Malcolm, you may have heard of me. Well, correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5. Okay, this is as good a place as any to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should. Because diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are. And you want to be ready before you try that.
I'm Kevin Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond creation lab.
About $140 billion were from US government.
We've already started on an enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Just kidding.
Europeans are spending too little on their own security. Yes.
Today, we are able to publish new figures for the defense spending. They show that across Europe and Canada, NATO allies are this year increasing defense spending by 18%. That's the biggest increase in decades. And 23 allies are going to spend 2% of GDP or more on defense this year.
Meanwhile, Stoltenberg was also called for the NATO members to adapt its nuclear arsenal on the face of security threats from Russia and China. The NATO chief said that the members were consulting about deploying more nuclear weapons, taking them out of storage and placing them on standby. Reacting to Stoltenberg's claim, White House National Security spokesperson John Kirby has said that it would be irresponsible to not have those talks.
NATO is a defensive alliance, and NATO countries are some of the most sophisticated in the world when it comes to military capabilities, and it would be irresponsible and imprudent if we weren't constantly talking to our NATO allies about how to make sure we can meet our commitments across a range of military capabilities.
Russian President Vladimir Putin is set to make a friendly visit to North Korea. This is a special visit. It is his first visit to Pyongyang in 24 years. Putin will meet Kim Jong-un during his two-day visit. Prior to his visit, Putin, through a letter, thanked Kim Jong-un and North Korea for its firm support to Russia in the politics to Ukraine. On Friday, Putin claimed he would agree to a ceasefire if Ukraine withdrew troops from 4 regions, which Russia partially occupies and claims to have annexed. In the letter to Kim Jong-un, Putin also vowed Moscow's support for Pyongyang's efforts to defend its interests. North Korea has been under UN sanctions for its ballistic missile and nuclear programs since 2006. Meanwhile, ahead of Putin's visit, dozens of North Korean soldiers briefly crossed the heavily fortified border with the south, but retreated after Seoul's military fired warning shots back at them. Now, this, according to South Korean news agency, this is the second such incursion in just 2 years. The border between the two countries is heavily mined. The South Korean news agency also said that several North Korean soldiers working near the heavily fortified border with South Korea were injured in a landmine explosion. Now, speaking of the West, the US has raised alarm, saying deepening Moscow-Pyongyang ties are troublesome. In a statement, US State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller claimed that North Korea had supplied thousands of ballistic missiles, also over 11,000 containers of munitions to Russia for its use in Ukraine. However, Moscow and Pyongyang have denied arms transfers. Voice of America correspondent William Gallo as with us while the both from shore with the latest on the situation behind we chat with him on how the situation is evolving and how South Korea is viewing Putin's visit in North Korea. Listen.
Expect both sides to further expand their economic cooperation. We'll probably see some sort of deal related to North Korean labor going into Russia, things like that. It's also almost certain that this trip will result in further defense cooperation, possibly weapons sales between the two sides. It's not really for sure that we'll hear much about that, however, because both sides have denied that a lot of that's going on. However, they have acknowledged there is some Russian presence in North Korea's satellite program. They made some statements on that. And then I'd say the other thing to watch here is that both sides really have an interest in portraying the perception of support for each other. They may sign some documents, may, either in practice or in symbolism, say that they have each other's back. But there's good reason to doubt that this will go very far, even though both sides will very likely get the perception that they're here for each other, they're fighting together. After making the war visit, the Russian media vessels have now left the capital as per sources. The Russian Navy brigade drove a nuclear powered submarine right in Havana Harbor last week, just hours after the US announced fast attack submarine had docked at its Guantanamo Naval Base.
North Continent Canadian and US vessels Luba, a nation located just 90 miles south of Florida, was invited into war tensions. But both the United States and Cuba said that the warship spot was a full competition conflict. This is however despite the as the president of the Russian Navy vessels left the group was scattered and did most of its tasks better.
The warship task force spotted the Kola Peninsula on 17th arriving off the coast of Florida before entering Havana Harbor. The Russian ships were greeted by Cuba with fire and fishermen.